reaches of deep space, there remain unknown planets, journeys into galaxies yet uncharted. Stellar exploration is the newfound adventure. High above Earth's windy skies, 1,000 miles in space, a large wheeling disk lazily drifts in orbit. A space station whose official designation is the Arthur C. Clarke Astronomical Observatory. To those living and working aboard, it is simply called Starlab. Their lives and adventures become our story on the threshold of alien worlds.
An intergalactic detective story in the Sherlock Holmes tradition on Alien World.
Coordinates bearing 8179er, roger. Mission Control, you're cleared for EVA.
The Royal British Museum freighter,
Stand by, Mission
Nile
Control.
Delta,
We have a red code report from Level C radio telescope.
is returning to Earth from the planet Thanatos.
Starlab Control, this
Aboard
is
the
the
freighter,
Spectral Analysis
the
Officer.
priceless King Tut exhibit,
Radio telescope
sent to Thanatos 2 weeks earlier as part of an interplanetary cultural exchange program.
Thanks, Bill. Keep us posted. What's going on, Jerry? I'm not sure, Tim, but we're gonna find out.
This is Starlab Control, this is Telescope 4, Level
Is that
C.
you, Jerry?
We're tracking with Level C.
Yeah, Ken.
The solar graphs show high density activity.
All right, Level D. Print through the data on the ICM recorder, please.
12 and refueled us on the other side of Saturn. No, I just wanted to say hello and invite you around for a visit if you're ever in London. My wife's got quite a lovely sister she's trying to marry off. And I've got
this.
some 40-year-old brandy that'll lift you right out of your boots.
More solar activity in the last 2 minutes than we've seen in 2 years.
I'd better call
I'll be
Dr.
looking for
Cassidy.
you. Nile Delta clear.
Starlab.
Meanwhile, on Earth, the effect of the sun's strange activity
3,500
begins.
meters off the port bar.
Have you tried to contact
Kansas
her?
City, Missouri,
We tried.
8:05
But she
p.m.
still doesn't respond.
evening, Mr. Jennings.
All right,
Good
let's
to
have
see
another
you
look at
again.
her.
Thanks.
Full magnification
Now,
this
would the two
time.
of you care for a bottle of wine? Yes.
Yeah,
She's
that's great.
The usual.
all white,
right.
slim like that. Do you recognize any of the markings,
I'm
Tony?
certain you'll love the food here, son. It's a very special
What's that on the
place.
tail
It's
fin?
been a
The
favorite
sun
spot of
symbol?
mine for years.
No, just below it.
I've known the
A
owner.
blue
a
and
long
gold bird
time.
with its wings spread out. Isn't that the same?
Hold on.
What's that?
She's dropping down a bit.
That's strange.
Tony, she's
Probably
been
just a
damaged.
heavy truck going by
Top
in the
of the
street
hole,
outside.
amidships. There go
God,
the SOS flares.
Roger.
Let's get up alongside her and see if we can help.
As the Nile Delta's navigator maneuvers the red and gray freighter into a side-by-side position with the damaged alien ship,
Tidal
Captain
waves
Loomis
and temperature
made
shifts
Tony
around the
Pablo put
globe
on
slowly
blue pressure
intensify.
suits
A
and
solar
enter the freighter's
mystery
airlock.
unfolds. And back on Starlab, the disorder becomes even more apparent.
A moment later,
21:30
an
hours.
enclosed metal flex walkway slowly telescopes from the Nile Delta's airlock to an access hatch which is irised open
Level
in
D,
the hull of the
begin all radio
fluorescent
telescope
white
recorders.
alien
Feed us an audio
spacecraft.
scan. Plug in the Mycroft computers.
You're very generous to give us your time and kindness.
Well, hello. Who are you?
My name is Piratep. I'm glad you didn't abandon us. Yours is the only vessel we've seen.
Hi,
since
Dr.
the
Cassidy.
accident.
Thanks for coming up here.
3
I knew
days
you'd
ago.
want to know.
All right, Tim.
And some
Now,
of our
what's going
mariners
on?
have
3 of our
been
main telescopes are tracking the sun.
Is there a
Yes,
hero
and?
aboard your
Analysis
vessel?
indicates an incredible
there
amount
is.
of
And we
solar
have a complete
flaring and
medical
abnormal
facility as
sunspot
well.
activity.
Earth
Then
stations
if
are
you please
reporting
follow me,
earthquakes,
we shall
tidal
begin
waves, and various
transferring
other
our engine to
abnormalities.
your
We've
ship.
begun tracking confirmation through our Mycroft Computer Center.
Okay, Tim.
This is Spectral Analysis
If you
Level
wish
C.
to
We have a
remove your
primary
helmets,
report.
you'll be in
This is
no
control
danger.
level C. Go ahead.
We're
Jerry,
oxygen
I can't
breathers
believe what
too.
we're seeing up here.
What is it?
Ooh,
That's better, isn't it? Oh, it was getting a bit stuffy
Singularity.
in there.
You mean the sun's going out?
This
Bill, are you
is
sure?
Amantef.
Listen, we'll send Tim up there right now. We'll need all your current graphs and radiation
Well, I
scan
am.
reports.
Okay, Jerry.
How do
And
you know
Bill,
my
you
name?
better set up radar solar tracking operations, too.
Right, Dr. Cassidy.
Tim, you'd better get up there now. Get all the graphs and Mycroft readings.
Okay, Dr. Cassidy.
and mummified body of Tutankhamun.
I'm not looking forward to telling the ISA the sun is going dead.
It isn't.
Don't look now, Captain.
Knowledge concerning energy had become an important property to man. But the idea of the sun going out prematurely represents a new and very unusual situation for Dr. Cassidy and Starlab's research people. The beginning of a dark nightmare in the light of alien worlds.
Come on, Tony, let's get back to the ship.
Please, Captain, don't force me to use this weapon.
The tiny little thing. Let's get out of
Alien
here,
Worlds continues.
I'm on tap?
Stop them, Peter.
To those aboard Starlab, a shiny rotating observatory high above Earth, the sun seemed to be going dead. Radio telescopes reveal a once fiery sun darkening. Research Director Mara Cassidy contacts the International Space Authority.
This is the ISA, Dr. Cassidy. Are you there?
Yes, Commissioner.
We've had a 20-degree temperature shift in the last hour and a half, boss. Sun rate charts show glacier movement at the pole. It looks like an eclipse. What the hell's going on up there?
We don't know exactly what's happening yet, but our microcomputer terminal shows readings that indicate the sun is losing electromagnetic energy at a rate greater than normal. We may be headed for a gravitational collapse.
Pardon me, Dr. Cassidy. The mass proximity indicator is
Not
registering...
now, Tim. I've got...
Dr. Cassidy, are you setting up solar radiation scanning?
What? Solar scanning? Yes, we're working on it, sir. Tim had communications patch Mycroft through to the ISA computers.
Right.
Commissioner White, I'm having our computer tech supply your office with a duplicate of our current information tapes. You'll have everything we've got shortly.
Yes, Doctor. My terminal is receiving it now. Hey, is this right? It can't be.
I'm afraid so, Commissioner White. We've got about 60 hours before the sun reaches singularity, and Earth freezes solid.
What can we do to help?
Well, first of all, we need you to send an SCT up here right away. We need to make a house
Royal
call.
British Museum freighter Nile Delta is returning to Earth from the planet Thanatos. Aboard
Delta
the freighter,
One?
the treasure
Oh,
of the
wait a minute.
Egyptian boy
That's
king,
Graydon, right?
Tutankhamun.
Captain John Graydon?
Yeah, buddy, Griff, that's right.
Midway between Earth
Oh,
and
no,
Saturn,
Commissioner. Isn't there anyone else you could send
alien
us?
spacecraft appears and fires SOS flares. Nile Delta Captain Jack Lemus and First Mate Tony Cargill board the
Yes, sir.
alien ship
I'll keep
to
you
offer
informed.
assistance.
Out.
Dr. Cassidy, what's wrong?
But inside,
Can't believe they're sending
they
Buddy
discover
Griffin.
they've fallen into a trap.
They might as well
set by
let the damn
aliens
sun go
who
out.
want a beaded floral necklace
Delta
from the
1,
King Tut
SCT
treasure.
Command. Report to ISA pre-launch
An hour
immediately.
later on Starlab, Dr. Mara
we just
Cassidy
got in.
and SET
You
Captain
can't get a
John
spare minute
Graydon,
anywhere.
not yet aware of the
Come
Nile
on,
Delta
Captain.
incident,
Let's just finish
enter the
this hand,
vestibule of
huh?
Starlab's
We better pass
visual
for now,
media
buddy. We better
theater.
get down there. Pass? The man's 18 in back of me. I got a hot 21, and he says pass.
It's
just a game.
About
We
6
can pick
hours.
it up later. It's
6
just a
hours.
game.
What's he watching? The
I'll
outtakes
say it's
from
just a
Gravity's
game.
Rainbow?
Oh, no, that was
All
yesterday.
right. All right.
Sunday he
ISA
stayed through
says
5
jump,
old Stanley
Captain
Kubrick
John
films.
Graydon
And
jumps.
Monday it was a
Since
Daffy
I come
Duck
here a bloody
festival.
hero, I'm just a
What he was watching
and
today
that's
is
the
anybody's
story of your
guess.
life, right, buddy?
Maybe he fell asleep.
Well, I wish he'd sleep a little faster. We're going to be late.
Dr. Cassidy,
Hi,
I just
buddy.
got back from spectral
Buddy, didn't your mother
analysis.
ever tell you
The
that
mass
if you watch too many
proximity
movies, your
indicators
face
are
would break
registering
out and you'd
some
go
kind of
blind?
solid object near
I
the
think
sun.
you've got that mixed up with
It's
something
like a
else, Mara.
I do
planetoid.
what?
Tim, don't be
I'll tell you
silly. The
Well,
MPI
buddy,
is probably
what's
reading
today?
solar flare-off
The guiding
gases.
light, all
But
my
I
children,
think
and
there's
search for tomorrow.
something there.
Don't
Television
worry
soap
about
operas
it,
from
Tim.
the 60s and 70s.
Besides,
Soap
the
operas.
problem right
What do
now
they
is
call
the
them?
SCT crew
Are they
they're sending
musicals
us.
about people getting
I don't understand.
Not exactly,
Isn't
Mara.
that the next
They were
logical
mostly
step?
about people getting
Logical
dirty.
step, yes. Logical team, no. Especially with Buddy Griff.
Oh, we'll never
Buddy
make the lecture
Griff?
at this rate.
Captain John
Have
Graydon's
they repaired
co-pilot.
the intercom terminal in
The
the
Prince
theater,
of
buddy?
Pomposity.
It was working this
John
morning.
Graydon.
Be back in
I
a
met
minute.
him just after he got back from Altair.
What did you
He's
think
a
of those
great
music tapes
pilot.
Ingrid brought back
I remember
from
a
Columbia?
lecture he gave our academy
listening
class
to
in
one when I turned in
2010.
last
It's
night.
not John
You know
who
the one with
worries
all the
me.
voices?
It's
The
Griff.
hymn to the vanished canal?
During the Altair mission, my father was with
I
them.
fell asleep while it was still running.
Buddy made a very bad
Dreamed
judgment
about
error with a
kaleidoscope
photon
faces
laser.
and stained glass animals all
Caused
night.
my father's death.
Incredible.
Oh, Doctor, I'm sorry.
Let's get up to the
I
bridge.
had no
Something's happened to the Nile
idea.
Delta.
Yes. Well, never mind. I'll deal with that later. Well, let's get up to spectral analysis and take a look at this planetoid of yours.
I'm really worried about this, Doctor. I have a theory that this object is affecting the sun. Now, don't ask me how the devil it got there.
Is the necklace the only thing
Pull
missing?
yourself together.
We don't know yet. We're still checking the manifest.
Have you notified the museum yet?
I'm going to do
Hi,
that.
fellas. Braden, Commissioner White. Griff.
Hey, keep us, Chief.
Listen, men, we've got problems with the sun. Heavy solar activity that needs some first-hand observation. You'll be briefed on Starlab by Dr. Cassidy.
Starlab, huh?
That's right. They're expecting you right away. You'd better get over to launch control now.
Wait, have I got time to get some cigarettes?
Is Dr.
Come
Lomax
on,
absolutely
buddy,
certain
let's
about
go.
that?
Lock's tagging is positive, Dr. Cassidy. Lock's tagging is on the vital goal cleared for launch. 2030.
Put it in a safe place and we'll analyze it when you get here. See you around midnight,
Market
Captain.
control,
Starlab out.
010 degrees. Give my regards to Earth
Ready?
Control.
What do you think?
5,
Well, we've got about 9
3,
hours before the
2,
Nile gets here.
1.
Let's get out of the library before the Q tech tapes out of the education section. Maybe we can turn up something.
Why not?
Oh, man, I just love a good rocket ride.
Meanwhile, the Royal British Museum in London, Sir Dorian Bradford Gray, the museum's director, receives word of the Nile Delta incident. 15 minutes later, Sir Dorian reports the incident.
ISA
to
Launch
British
Control
Prime Minister
reports Delta
Lord
1
Henry
liftoff, Dr.
Gladstone
Cassidy.
Baggs.
Their ETA is a little
Within
less
the
than
hour,
2 hours.
Lord
All right,
Henry
Tim, keep me
enters
informed.
Buckingham
Yes,
Palace
Doctor.
and conveys the
There's
news
more
to
data
Her
coming in on the
Majesty,
mass
Queen
proximity
Victoria
indicator.
III.
What do you mean?
Instruments show a planet-sized mass does exist. It's roughly on the same plane of the ecliptic, someplace inside the orbit of Venus.
A planet? In the orbit
I'm
of
afraid
Venus?
We're still in the dark about that,
You're
Your
crazy,
Majesty.
Tim.
I realize it sounds bizarre.
Look, Tim, we both checked the radio telescope reports from spectral analysis. There were no visible signs of any planetoid. Well, there must be something wrong with the MPI. Have the technicians copy scan the circuits.
But Dr. Cassidy...
And when Delta 1 docs, bring them to my office.
Yes,
Now,
Doctor.
let's see.
As the sun's unusual activity continues, Starlab researchers work around the clock to unlock the mystery. Tim has found a clue, which Dr. Cassidy believes to be a fluke. Computer error? Maybe. But what Tim may have found could be the first sign of alien worlds.
Immediate and undivided attention.
Meanwhile, in the heart of London's
Alien
West
Worlds
End, sonar
continues.
keys boom, and his associate Dr. McGuffin drove.
Strange solar activity threatens the survival of Earth.
221B.
A solar exploration team is sent to investigate under the direction of Dr. Mara Cassidy at Starlab, a space observatory. There is little time.
Dr. Cassidy?
Yes, Tim.
Delta 1 reporting. Captains Graydon and Griff.
Thank you, Tim.
That instrument
Come in,
of yours
gentlemen.
had my
Hello,
London
Dr.
Gazette
Cassidy.
vibrating
Good to
so
see you
rapidly,
again.
Hello,
I could
Captain
scarcely
Graydon.
read today's news.
Griff?
Hiya, Doc. Hey, where's the hero's welcome? No
forgive
band,
me,
no
Drone.
parade, no hats and
But you
horns.
know
I
how
thought this was a
restless
big
I am
deal.
when there's nothing
Like the
afoot
big deal
to
with
test
my
my
father,
keen
right?
powers of observation and
Look,
deduction.
lady, there were problems for all of us on
And
Altair.
music does,
What happened with your
after
father
all,
could have involved
soothe
anybody.
the
It just
savage
happened
beast.
to be me.
Well, if it's
That's
savage
right, buddy.
beasts you're interested
Just
in
happened to
soothing,
be
perhaps you
you.
should
All
consider
right,
taking
you
up
two,
residence
enough
at
of
the
this.
zoo.
We've got work to do.
Careful, Drone.
Can you tell us why we're here,
I think
Doctor?
you're skating
Well,
on
you've
rather
observed the
thin
unusual
ice
solar
with that
activity
one.
during the past few hours.
Yes, of course.
Just a moment.
We were wondering if there are any
Do my
solar
ears
collecting
deceive
activities that
me,
could
or
be
is
causing
that
this.
Mrs.
No, we've checked
Hudson's
that.
like
There's
tread
something
upon
going
the
on with the
stair?
sun itself. That's why we
Yes,
need you
that's
to take
Mrs.
pictures and run
Hudson, all
solar
right.
tests close
No
up
question about it.
before it goes dead.
Come in, Mrs. Hudson.
The sun? Oh, Doc, you've been out without a spacesuit too long. That's impossible.
No, I'm afraid it's not impossible, buddy. Watch the computer terminal. Tim?
There are just 3 of us in the entire house. The doors and windows are latched from the inside.
That's
Dr. Jerome and
freaky.
myself are,
What's
as
our
you
bottom
can
line?
plainly see,
I want you to get as
here
close
in
as you
this room.
can.
We'll have you patched into the Mycroft computer.
We can then direct you from that point as to what to do next.
Oh, just what I need to end up as barbecued spaceman.
We better get rolling.
Tim, take Captain's Graydon and Griff down to mission control.
All right.
Good luck.
The thumb and
We'll get the
forefinger
story
of
for
your
you,
right hand,
Yeah,
Mrs.
and if you're
Hudson.
real good, we'll sell you the rights.
6 inches square, addressed to me in violet ink.
Oh my,
I didn't expect you two at Starlab so quick.
Oh, we didn't either, Tim. But we had this tailwind.
A tailwind? Right. By the way, Captain Graydon, I feel I should tell you there's something out there by the sun.
Oh, really? What do you mean, Tim?
I have a theory about all this.
Theory?
What theory about what?
Well, I'm certain there's a planetoid out there next to the sun, drawing off energy.
A planetoid? You think it's alien?
Well, let me put it this way. It's not ours. We haven't been able to track it visually because of the glare from the sun's rays, so I can't prove my theory yet.
We'll keep an eye out, Tim. Thanks for the tip.
Right. So long, and good luck.
Thanks, Tim. Mrs. Hudson, call the airfield and tell Smattering to prepare the Valera bomb.
Right away, Mr. Foam.
Let's get our equipment sorted out, Crone. The game is afoot, and a new adventure is at hand.
Roger, Starlab. T-minus 28 and counting.
Alien Worlds will continue.
Telecom computer lock.
Ooh, baby, I'm confessing this
Mycroft data transfer is offline.
Channel 775 locked. Transfers online. Check.
Starlight Control, we're on the grid.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
As Delta One moves into the black depth of space, Captains Graydon and Griff set a course for a dying sun.
We're getting close. Is shielding operational?
It is now, Captain.
Starlab, this is Delta One. Do you receive? Over.
What the?
Alien Worlds
Skipper?
continues.
What's happening, buddy?
The Royal
Where's our
British
power?
Museum
The main
freighter,
rockets just
Nile
went
Delta,
branchless.
is
Flame
returning to Earth
out. We've
from
lost our
planetary
maneuvering
space.
power.
Aboard the
Radio's
freighter,
gone, too.
The treasures of Tutankhamun
Fire retros.
sent to planetary
I am, Skipper.
for exhibition.
Nothing. They're like a plate of cold
Midway
spaghetti.
between Earth
We're
and
being pulled
Saturn,
off course.
The
The
freighter's
compass has
boarded
gone
by
berserk.
aliens who
What
steal
is
the
happening?
Tutankhamun floral necklace
What
and
the
take a tissue
devil
sample
is
from the
that?
face of the boy
What?
king's mother.
Where? Look.
When news of
Over
the
here,
Delta
through the
incident
infrared
reaches
viewing
Queen
screen,
Victoria
off the port
III,
side.
she quickly notifies
Where did
consulting
that come
detective
from?
Sonar
It's huge.
Thum.
It's definitely not an asteroid.
Oh, it's too spherical.
Majesty respectfully
Well, whatever it
requests
is,
that
we're
we
being
go to
pulled
Starlab
towards it.
at once and
the
assist in the
size of that
investigation of this
thing.
beastly crime.
I wonder if that's what Tim was babbling about. You don't suppose...
What,
Captain?
That carries them to a small spaceport near
That's the
Croydon.
strangest looking thing I've ever seen. It's gotta be some kind of a giant
Crossing the
vehicle.
field to launch
Like a
Pad 6,
planetoid, Captain?
aboard Thum's powerful multi-atmosphere
Didn't really want to say it.
Ah, yeah, I know. Well, hang on, Captain. We're on a collision course with it.
privately owned spacecraft.
Dr. Cassidy, look!
30
On the
seconds
tracking
later,
screen,
the
Delta
Valera
One!
bomb jets out over the
It's
gray
gone!
waters of the
What's
English
happened to them?
Channel.
They vanished! Right off the screen, the scopes, the radios, everything. They're gone.
Away.
I knew it!
Keep trying to establish contact. We've got to locate them.
Let me know when Eric America finishes replacing the AE-35
What happened?
Will do, Dr. Cassidy.
Who turned out the lights? Buddy, we're inside Tim's planetoid. What? Oh, man, I must have blacked out. Look, over there. An opening. That's where we must have come in. Hey, what's that?
Hi, Winston.
Something's outside the hatch door.
Hi,
I think we've got company.
Hi, Dorothy. Yes, Dorothy, what is it?
I hope that's the name of the hotel.
Disembark your craft. You are under Markup control. Do not resist.
Guess we better do as he says, buddy. They look pretty gruesome.
Good.
Really?
I've always wanted to meet that man. When did he leave?
We've made contact with aliens.
I am Gorgon of the Markup Confederacy. Come with us! Give him all the help you can.
I'm Captain John Graydon, ISA Terra. Where are you taking us? I always knew I should have taken foreign languages. All right, don't get pushy. Get your claws off me. Boy, are you weird looking.
Go ahead, Bellerophon.
No, Mark. I've never seen at least in this galaxy. Me neither, Chief.
18 per minute on a variable axis of 0.3 degrees. Non-correctable.
We have intruders on Voltar. Intruders? By what reason do you come to Voltar?
Well, Doc, you see, we really didn't plan on it. You might say we sort of fell into it, you know what I mean?
Why do you approach Voltar sun miners?
Sun miners? We're from Terra, Earth. We're not intruders. We're on an emergency mission. Our sun is dying. Captain.
That's right.
We've just stumbled
on. Did you calculate that in your head?
I am Czar Konar, commander of the Markup Confederacy, 5th galaxy of Trillion. You are intruders.
Look, Commander Konar, we were
number
pulled
14.
off our mission by you.
You have entered forbidden space. Markup space.
Markup space?
1 minute.
What are you doing to our sun?
We collect and store
Will
great
do.
energy
Starlab
from many
out.
suns. Yours is not the first.
Yeah? Well, listen, you sun stealers. Earth can't survive without that energy.
Bring him to my quarters as soon as they go.
Okay, Mark. We take suns in many galaxies. It must be so.
You look more red-eyed than usual. Where's your bed?
Hey, no way, you oversized tin termite. We're not going to stand for this.
Buddy, no, don't.
Blue and gold voices
Buddy, are you all right? It's all right, Captain. Run for it. I'll handle these things.
Seize them.
Run for it, Skip. Get out of here. Buddy, are you crazy? Run! Damn it!
represents the goddess Nikki, guardian of Upper Egypt and
Here.
of Chalder.
I'll duck behind the skirter.
We should run his business down.
Okay, now, down this corridor. Through here.
The symbols match.
Oh, which ramp? Which ramp?
If they do, we
That
can
one,
find
that's
a
it.
pretty bizarre
There,
theory to
there's the
explain
ship.
why.
I'm listening.
Well, if the symbols match, then this is strictly
I just
hypothetical
managed
now.
to get the...
If they match, then maybe the aliens aren't aliens after all. Maybe they're just...
Too close for cover.
Come on, you two. Modern Egypt
right, a
is
minute.
incapable of the kind of
Oh, no.
technology
I sure hope that energy field is null. Come on, baby. Come on, fly, Delta One. Fire, damn it.
Good evening, Dr. Cassidy.
All right, Delta One. Well, let's get the hell out of here.
Thank you, Dr. Cassidy.
I'm moving. The force field is null. Good. Instruments show me clear. I'm through. I've made it. I can't believe
We were
it.
discussing the possibility that the aliens who boarded the Nile Delta
Wait a minute.
might in fact be ancient Egyptians.
Oh, no, they've got a pressure beam on me. I've got to go FTL, quick.
I think we're going to get on very well indeed.
I'm out of their orbit.
Dr. Joe and myself were discussing
Buddy,
a similar
what about Buddy?
hypothesis not more
I've got to
than
get back.
15 minutes
I've
ago.
got to get help. I can't just leave him there.
Congratulations, Captain Griswold.
Starlab Control. This is Delta One.
Mr.
Come in,
Quinn,
Starlab
with all
Control.
due respect to you and Dr. Jones,
Starlab.
I find it hard to believe that
This
we're
is
dealing with
Delta One.
3,300-year-old Egyptians.
I've been overtaken. We've been in contact with alien beings.
But rather the descendants of the high priest
priests and priestesses who departed the earth
Tim was
following
right.
Tutankhamun's
It
death.
does exist. There are aliens.
John Graydon uses every faculty to blast free of the Marquette aliens and return to Starlab.
Call themselves Marquettes. Buddy's still inside. We've got to get him out.
Thoughts of late just experience race through his mind at laser speed. It is imperative to warn Starlab and Earth. The threat is no longer hearing.
Suppose these aliens are
It
what
is
you think.
reality.
That still doesn't
Graydon
explain
and Griff
the
have
necklace
made
or why they took a
contact
tissue sample
with
from the moon.
alien
The
worlds.
necklace is a puzzlement, Moira, but the tissue specimen isn't. It has long been our contention that the Egyptian kings were preserved for only one reason, so that in future their tissue could be rejuvenated for the purpose of monocellular replication.
The Sun Stealers was written by Mike Hodel and Lee
You mean
Hansen.
you actually believe
Associate
these aliens
producer
intend
Jeff
to
Allen.
duplicate Tutankhamun?
Music director
Ancient Egyptian
Tom
religion was
Round.
completely devoted
Our
to the
engineer
concept
was
of
Stu
life
Jacobs.
after death, Mara.
Assistants to the
Most
producer
scholars in
Lori
the story
Tyler
still
and Aaron
maintain that the
O'Neill.
Egyptian
Technical
afterlife
consultant
was
Peter
simply an
Sky.
abstract journey through an
Alien
equally
Worlds
abstract
was
underworld.
created,
Dr.
produced, and
Drone and
directed
myself think
by
otherwise.
Lee Hansen and is
We
distributed
believe
by
the Egyptian
Watermark Incorporated.
underworld was a
And so
metaphor
until next
to
time,
describe
this
the
is
very
Roger
real
Dressler
fact
inviting
of
you to
physical
join us for the
immortality.
conclusion of The Sun Stealers on Alien Worlds.
Thou art standing before Ra, who cometh from the east. His duration of life is infinite. His limit of life is everlastingness. Become one with Ra, and be received into the land of eternal triumph. A verse from the Papyrus of Ani, the Egyptian Book of the Dead, telling of a
Earth's
journey
windy
into the
skies,
regions of
a
life
thousand miles in space, the astronomical space observatory Starlab lazily drifts in orbit.
Alien worlds.
Research teams aboard have detected strange solar activity on Earth's sun. Space exploration team John Graydon and Buddy Griff are sent to investigate and face a bizarre encounter.
We're being pulled off course. The compass has gone berserk. Buddy, what the devil is that? Where did that come from? It's huge. Whatever it is, we're being pulled towards it. Hang on, Skipper. We're on a collision course with it.
Delta One is mysteriously pulled aboard an alien planetoid.
Associate producer Ron Thompson, music director Tom Rounds, engineer Stu Jacobs, assistants to the producer Roger Brosnan, Jim
You
Cook,
all right? Run for it, Skip.
consultant
I'll handle these
Peter
things.
Sky.
Resisting Buddy Griff creates a diversion, allowing John Graydon to escape from the alien Incorporated aboard the Delta One spaceship.
Starlab Control. This is Delta One. Come in, Starlab Control.
The adventure of the Egyptian necklace from the elsewhere.
The planetoid. Tim was right. It does exist. There are aliens. I've been overtaken.
John Graydon, shaken by the alien encounter, returns to Starlab in part 2 of The Sun Stealers on Alien Worlds.
Alien Worlds. And now, Peter Paul Mars, Almond Joy, and Cadbury Chocolate Bars present
He's here, Dr.
Alien
Cassidy.
Worlds.
They're bringing Captain Graydon in now.
Okay, Tim, come on.
Slowly rotating at the edge of deep space.
It's pretty
1,000
strange, isn't
kilometers
it?
beyond the atmosphere
Well,
of 21st
haven't you heard?
century Earth.
I mean,
If
something
the
went
Arthur C.
wrong.
Clarke
They were
Astronomical
overtaken by
Observatory,
aliens.
Starlab.
Buddy didn't get out.
I've only gotten the preliminary report. I'm not sure about any aliens yet.
Hi, Mara. Tim.
Jerry, where is he?
He's in the isolation airlock chamber.
How is he?
Doc Benson says he'll be all right. Radiation levels are minor, but there's enough presence to leave him in the capsule for at least an hour. We need to run a couple more tests. You can talk to him on the intercom.
Good,
Last
Jerry.
week's episode
Tim, pull the
began
Mycroft onboard
when Captain
computer
Jack
tapes and begin
Loomis,
decoding
commanding the Royal British
them. Better
Museum
check over
freighter
Delta One's
Nile
flight
Delta,
recorders, too. Send all the
notified
information to the
Starlab
ISA.
that it was returning to Earth from the planet Thanatos. Aboard the freighter,
John, thank
the
God you're
treasures
okay.
of Tutankhamun, sent to Thanatos 2 weeks earlier, as part of a cultural exchange program.
Inside an alien planetoid,
Midway
it's draining
between
the sun's
Earth and
energy.
Saturn,
Take it
the
easy,
freighter is
John.
boarded by
What's draining
aliens
energy?
who steal the king-tut floral necklace and take a tissue sample from the face of the boy king's mummy.
Very tall. I'd say maybe about 7 feet.
Is Dr. Lomas absolutely certain about that?
Shiny, claw-like hands, and large, radiating eyes.
Buddy, what about him? Is he...
News of the Nile Delta incident reaches Queen Victoria III. She notifies England's most famous consulting detective, Sonar T. Foom.
Her Majesty requests that we go to Starlab at once
I hope they've got a lead on all this.
investigation of this beastly crime.
Meanwhile, on Starlab, SET captains John Grayton and Buddy Griff
He's here in quarantine,
research
Commissioner
the
White.
Egyptology section of
Listen, I
Starlab's
trust you've
library.
received the flight tapes by now?
Yeah, you know that blue and gold bird symbol Captain Remus described? The one on the tail fin of the alien ship? We found one just like it on King Tut's ecclesiastical chair.
What are you talking
when
about?
Captain Remus gets it, we should roll his visual stanchions of the alien ship against the library tapes to see if the symbols match.
And if they do?
If they match, then maybe the aliens aren't aliens after all.
So what does that mean?
Maybe they're Egyptians.
I'm afraid you're on your own. It's up to your people at Starlab to stop
A
those
few
aliens.
minutes later, Sonar T.
Their
Foom
eyes
and his
turn
associate
instinctively
Dr.
toward a
Monroe
dimming ball
arrive
of
at
fire
Starlab.
hanging
And
in
when Mara
space.
tells them about
The
John and
sun
Buddy's
is
theory,
fading, dying,
I
and with
think we're
it
going
the
to get on
future
very well
of
indeed,
Earth.
gentlemen.
The hopes of a planet ride upon their shoulders as they prepare an opposition against
Suppose these aliens are what
alien
you think they are.
worlds.
That still doesn't explain the theft of the necklace or why they took a tissue sample from the mummy.
The necklace is a puzzlement, Mora, but the tissue specimen isn't.
Alien
It has long been our
worlds
contention that
continues.
the Egyptian kings were
The life
preserved for only one
expectancy
reason.
of Earth has
So
been
that in
reduced
future,
to
their
9
tissue could be
hours as our
rejuvenated for the
sun
purpose of
fades into
monocellular
obscurity.
replication.
Alien creatures, revealed as the Marcab Confederacy, continue to drain our solar energy.
of the adventure
Starlab
of the Egyptian
research
necklace,
director Mara Cassidy,
interplanetary
along with her
detective
assistant
story,
Tim
and the
and
Sherlock
space
Holmes
exploration
tradition.
captain John Grayton are the only ones who can stop the Marcabs, if indeed they can be stopped.
Oh, John. Well, come on in. Glad to see you out of quarantine.
That makes 2 of us, Mora.
How are you feeling?
Much better, thanks.
Good. Can you recreate for me just exactly what happened to you and Griff
Egyptology
aboard
tapes
Delta
all the
One?
way back to the first dynasty.
Well,
Couldn't find a connection with
we
any other
were within the
civilization.
ecliptic range
A
of
lot
the
of
sun,
theories,
about
but nothing
5
definite.
minutes out, and
What sort of theories?
we were getting ready for our first photo scan pass.
Yes?
May have evolved from
All of a
ancient
sudden, our
Sumeria
radios
because
went
of the
dead.
similarity of their
Instruments,
religious
everything.
views and
We
astrological
completely
calendar.
lost all power.
And a few renegade scholars
Then we
even
spotted this
hypothesized that the
incredible
Egyptians
object
were the
about
survivors of
5
Atlantis.
kilometers in
Look,
diameter,
before we get carried away
metallic,
by all these theories,
black with a large
I'd like to
disc
know
on
one
top.
thing.
And then?
Aside from
We
religious
lost control of the
deities
ship,
and sky ships,
and we were drawn
did
into the
these
object. We took about 6
civilizations
Gs.
share a common
Buddy
philosophy
blacked
about where
out.
they
Next
came
thing I
from?
knew, we were
Yes,
taken off the
they
ship
did.
by the aliens that
They
I
all
told you
believed
about.
they were the children of highly
They told us they were
evolved
mining the
beings
sun's
who
energy.
originally came down from the stars.
I don't know.
Oh, Tim. Good. You got the Mycroft report? What's wrong? You're white as a sheet.
That thing out there is the cosmic wonder of all time.
Tell me about it.
What did you find?
Well, the Mycroft computer came through like
This is
Captain
Starlab.
Video.
Go ahead,
Solar
Limehouse
depth sensors,
Express.
heat generation refractions, course deviations, wavelength correlations, video scan of the planetoid.
Tim!
Who are you?
Get to the bloody
What's your
point. What
position?
did you find?
Basic theory of electromagnetic energy, Dr. Cassidy.
What's the problem,
Electromagnetic
Limehouse
energy?
Express?
Yes, that's right. The alien planetoid is an electromagnetic field extracting ultraviolet radiation through infrared oscillation.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, it means the Marcabs are drawing ultraviolet light energy and converting it to a form of electricity.
That would explain the invisibility. The radiation creates a massive shield around them which blends with the sun's rays.
Exactly. That's why only the NPI picked it up originally on the infrared screens.
Pardon me.
That's very
Isn't that a
interesting.
Cadbury
That's not
chocolate
all.
bar? I
The
never
tractor
tried
beam
one.
that pulled
That's
you
too
into the
bad. Do you
planetoid
mind
was
if I have
also
a TGP?
magnetically energized.
You took my bar.
I'll just take a little bit.
That would explain the compass going crazy just before we lost control.
Love it.
Wait.
See, this is great.
That's it.
What? You know, you can get carried away with this stuff.
We haven't got much time.
Yes,
Tim, get over to the hydro lab.
Come on, it's
Have
a
them
big
assemble
bar.
a 50-megawatt portable
When people get a
CMG.
taste of a
We'll
big,
use the Michelson
thick Cadbury
interferometer
chocolate bar,
principle.
they get very carried away.
Counter-magnetic generator,
Because only
of
a
course.
Cadbury bar
A
is so
bean
rich,
splitter.
so
Oh,
creamy,
brilliant, Doctor.
so Cadbury.
I'll meet you two in
And
the
with the
briefing room in
big-sized
20
Cadbury
minutes.
chocolate bar, you get a great
I think
choice.
you two blew a capacitor
Cadbury
in your
Fruity
brains.
Nuts, Cadbury
You've lost
Almond,
me. I'm just a space
Cadbury
pilot.
Caramel.
That's just
and of
exactly
course
what
the
we need
big
you to be,
favorite,
John.
Cadbury
It's
milk
a long
chocolate.
shot,
So
but it's the
remember,
only one we've
when
got.
you get your
An
Cadbury,
1880
be
theory
careful.
that could put the
Because
Markabs
with Cadbury,
right out of business.
people can get
Come
very
on,
carried
I'm going
away.
over to the lab. We need to get
I have my
together Delta
Cadbury
1.
back now.
We're going
Your
into
Cadbury.
that planetoid. If
Oh,
this works, John,
well, I
we
guess
may
I
be
got
able to
carried
turn the
away.
Markab energy
You'll
field
get
back
carried
on top
away
of them.
with Cadbury.
If I can figure out a way to deactivate the pressor beam. Do you think you can get us back in?
Yes, I'm sure of it. But we'll need some kind of an escort to create a diversion. I'll go up to Mission Control and recruit a few pilots from Stargazer 1.
Okay.
England's
I'll meet you
most
in Greenland
famous
in half an
consulting
hour.
detective, Sonar
As time continues to slip into the past, the future draws closer. They're designed to dethrone the Markab power,
from the Royal British
a
Museum
tenuous
freighter
battalion
Delta.
to the indelible. Meanwhile, Planetoid's captain, Buddy Griff, remains a solitary man to an alien
A
world.
mysterious spacecraft that refuses to give its
Non-intruder, your resistance to our way is useless.
He's neutralizing our tracer beacon with a scrambler beam that he's transmitting along with his radio signal.
We must resist.
He's too far away for the
Resist to
scanners to pick him
destroy
up.
that which resists.
Why do you have to destroy everything? Don't you guys know how to create?
Our system of long ago was the victim of devastating destruction. We have long since created the power to never again be
Go ahead,
victims.
Mr. Foom.
It is the way
So,
of the
Professor
core.
Moriarty, we meet
The
again.
rule of Markab supremacy in the universe to destroy.
Sounds like a case of bad karma.
I do not understand.
I can't believe I've actually gone over your 7-foot head. Karma is the
Take him away. What are you doing? You too shall be destroyed. We are the rulers of the light. Yours shall be the world of darkness.
You'll never get away with this, Konar.
Don't you, Moriarty?
People will be back.
Well, I see by the old atomic clock on the wall that we've run out of time. I do
All right.
however want to leave you with these
You fellas have been asked to fly this mission based on your experience as fighter pilots. Now, we've programmed D-28 missiles aboard your ships for a diversion ploy on the Markabs.
Limehouse Express, indeed.
Hopefully,
Why?
the
Does that name
counter-orbital
mean something?
passes will cause enough confusion to allow us time to land Delta 1 inside.
Genius of his time.
Now, if we're not out
His
by the
headquarters
20-minute
were somewhere
limit,
in the Limehouse
you're
section
instructed
of
to
London.
launch full Titan
And like his
Helitrobus missiles into the side of the Markab
spacecraft,
planetoid.
The location of the
and then
old
return to
professor's
Starlab.
headquarters was a constant
Any
source
questions?
of mystery.
If the Egyptians are working for Moriarty,
We'll launch
why
in
is
8
he
minutes.
holding them prisoner? It
Synchronized
just
watches,
doesn't make sense.
1,600
I think it's
hours,
safe to
22
assume
minutes,
that they were
and 15
cooperating
seconds.
with Moriarty
Mark.
rather than working for him.
See you guys
It's
on the
obvious now
50-yard
that
line.
he was using them to get the necklace for himself.
Right back
As
at the beginning,
Starlab
aren't we?
pilots prepare the final assault on the alien encounter, a galaxy clings to the hope of triumph on alien worlds.
Drone, I think it's time we contacted the museum and had a chat with Sir Dorian. Something tells me he knows more about the origins of this case than he thinks he does.
Meanwhile, Alien Worlds
The Limehouse
continues.
Express, a huge metallic gray.
The Markab aliens must be stopped. Their effect on Earth's sun is tantamount to galactic devastation. Starlab mounts the final front as John, Tim, and Mara prepare to effect the aliens' demise.
T-minus 27 seconds, Johnny. Okay, Captain. The device is on board.
Good. Mora, would you strap yourself in, please? Mission Control, Delta 1, on the grid for 028, trajectory on 1775.
The way the professor eventually deceived us.
Captain John Graydon prepares the leading assault on the Marcab Confederacy. Mar Cassidy and Tim ready themselves for the alien confrontation.
All right, Tim, let's go over the mechanics of the CMG beam splitter.
I have the timing device set for 18 minutes on the detonator. When it triggers, it'll pull every bit of energy within a radius of 5 kilometers into the magnet center. The energy overload will create a chain reaction. As the alien storage collector beams split, it'll blow them right out of the galaxy.
Good. John, during the time the device triggers, we'll lose all magnetically operated instruments.
You mean I should be ready to fly Delta One by the seat of my pants, so to speak?
Hey, I like that.
I'll be
By the
taking
seat
you
of
to
my
Ansar
pants.
in a
It's
few
an old
hours,
term used when
and
flying
I thought
airplanes
perhaps
without
you'd
instruments,
like to have
Tim.
one
You
last
used to fly airplanes?
Oh, John's a pilot of many
very careful
experiences,
with it.
Tim,
you,
including
my dear?
pilot commander for the Jupiter 1 mission.
Really? Oh, gee, that must have been some flight.
Yeah, Maura remembers that one, don't you, Maura? She was our science officer, and a good one, too.
That was my introduction to the ISA. And the last time I saw my father alive.
Pardon me for asking, Doctor, but what happened to your father? On Altair, I mean.
My father was chief science officer for NASA. They were conducting neutron laser tests in zero gravity. He was setting up the guide path for the beam's target. Buddy Griff pre-detonated the laser's timing mechanism. My father was killed.
Maura, listen, it's time you know. That's not really what happened. It wasn't Buddy's mistake.
What are you talking about? The report said...
I know all about the report. It was an accident, that's true. But your father miscalculated the laser's initial impact strength on the beam's path. The device was hot, overheated from testing all day. The heat triggered the premature detonation, not Buddy.
How do you know all this?
From Dr. Solomon, the project coordinator. He told me the whole story shortly after it happened.
Meanwhile,
But he never said a
on
word about it to
Starlab,
anyone,
Sonar
including me.
Typhoon and Dr. MacGuffin Drone sit in a conference
It wasn't in the
room
report.
on
Why?
Because Buddy wouldn't allow it in the report.
Sir Dorian
Since your
has
dad was a
transferred
notable
from the
scientist,
museum's
Buddy took
employee
full
to
responsibility
external.
for his mistake to clear his record.
Why didn't Buddy tell me the truth?
It's a strange guy. Buddy's a rebel, but he's also guided by a strong sense of honor.
Left eye
I see.
is artificial.
Now,
All right, if you two are ready, I've got to get our act together before our Marcab madmen discover we're here.
what do you see?
A deep circular impression, as if a ring had been removed.
Commander Konar, enemy ships are approaching Voltar. Enemy vessels.
Great
More
stuff indeed, my dear
intruders.
Joe.
Who are they?
Hero
They are of undetermined origin,
Hammersmith.
but they appear
This is
to
none
have
other than
interactive
Professor Moriarty
configuration.
himself.
Launch the Voltarians. Destroy them at once.
Wearing this disguise, Moriarty appears at the museum and presents false credentials. Impressed with these documents, Sir Dorian gives Moriarty a post in the Egyptian
On enemy targets.
It is
Closing.
here that he learns the highly confidential facts of the Nile Desert's Thanatos.
Good eye, Tim. The Marquez have obviously spotted us. This is Delta One leader to strike force. Okay, you guys. Looks like this is the 50-yard line. Execute CK-15
Moriarty
now.
resigned. And the Egyptian will never see again.
Obviously the same two who were in Sir Dorian's office. And they leave the museum now.
Alien world, we continue.
Well, looks like you've got your diversion, Captain.
Right. And there's the planetoid.
It really is incredibly large.
Oh, my God.
Hang on. We're going down. Maura, I sure hope your rig nullifies that tractor beam.
Tim, program the key code.
5513. Energize. Come on, Captain. We should be clear of Kingsfield Way.
Good. So much for part one. There's the opening.
Radar configurations check out. Here's the coordinates given on the open side. Mycroft's computations are correct.
I love you, Mycroft.
Not bad for an expensive adding machine.
Mycroft's a lot more than that, Captain.
Just kidding, Tim. Hang on. We're setting Delta One right in that pigeonhole. Okay. Let's get this over with.
Alien worlds.
Here, help me with the CMG.
Escaping from a prison compartment aboard Professor Moriarty's Limehouse Express, the necklace safely in their possession, Pirotech and Amantef dashed to the ship in the hangar bay of Moriarty's huge, metallic gray flying
with
wing.
me. Mora, you guard Delta One, and if you run into any
But as the
trouble,
thick
you
metal
call us.
doors slide open,
You've got your laser
a
drive,
series
right?
of security
All right,
alarms.
don't be afraid to use
Before
it if you have
Pirotech
to.
can reach the ship, a squad of
We'll set up the
Moriarty's
jamming
guards
device.
enter the hangar
Then
bay
I'm going
and
to try and
open
find
fire
Buddy.
with laser rifles.
Okay, Tim, let's go.
As Pirotech falls, blood streaming from her face, Amantef closes the hatch of the ship and blasts off for Starlab. 9 hours later...
Someone's coming.
The Earth craft, it's back. And the prisoner has escaped. Where is he? Somewhere in this quadrant.
Wake up.
I'll look for him. Call the guards. Find the other Earthlings. Quick, the alarm.
Is it time for breakfast already?
I've just been having a chat with a very interesting and charming Egyptian gentleman. I thought you might like to meet him.
What earth are you talking about?
The Egyptian ship, my dear drone. It docked 20 minutes ago.
You're pulling my leg.
Make sure you don't get lost, and then go for it, Mara. Follow them. Be careful. If you find Buddy, call me.
Okay.
I'm not pulling your leg. The white beads in the necklace are data storage terminals. Here, look through the lens.
So you think you can escape? You cannot hide from Gargon.
The beads are emanation scanners, Doctor. That
I was just giving you a little exercise, you know? It's sort of keeping you on your toes.
Your spacecraft has returned.
Return?
The necklace was brought
Delta
to
One? What do you
Earth
mean?
by our ancestors and passed from dynasty to dynasty in the hope that it would one day be worn
You're
by
just
a
in time. I was just in the middle of escaping. Where's John?
A king who would then
You
be
didn't
replicated
fly here by
and
yourself,
given
did you?
immortality.
He and Tim are down in the power collecting room. We brought a CMG to blow this place to kingdom come.
You said you didn't know
CMG. What's that? One of your toys?
It's a countermagnetic generator.
people lose track
We
of
think
its
it'll
location in
counteract
the
the
first
method the
place?
Markevs are using
The
to draw
last
energy from the
Egyptian
sun.
dynasty
Sweetheart,
ended
save it.
with
Maybe
the death
later,
of
over dinner
King
perhaps?
Oh,
Nechtnef.
that's right. We better get out of here.
When he
Hopefully
died,
not any too
the
soon.
necklace
Now, quick,
was
down this
sealed in
corridor.
his sarcophagus. 1 year later, on the
How much
first
longer,
day
Tim?
of the new solar
Just 2 more
equinox,
connections here.
our
Hand me
ancestors
those leads.
returned from Nakhel Shem.
You're shaking
in
like a leaf.
ceremonial
Yeah,
funeral.
I know. I just hate working
As
under
the
this
ship
much pressure.
orbited
Well, now's a
Earth,
fine time to
an
copy
inner
that one.
circle
I'm
high
okay.
priestess went down in a small
That's it.
lander.
I wonder where Mara is.
She recovered
I
the
can't raise her on the communicator.
Should I
analyzed
set
the
the
white
timer now?
beads,
We'll have
and
18
saw
minutes, you know.
that
Yes,
of all
set
the
it.
recorded
You get back to
spiritual
Delta One,
orders,
and I'll head back the other way.
Tutankhamun's
And then if
had been the most perfect and powerful. Placing the necklace in Tutankhamun's tomb, she returned to the
I never knew
lander,
you had it in you.
contacted the
can't
ship,
believe I
and
did
reported
that.
that it
All
was
right, set the timer.
Tutankhamun
Let's get
who
out of
would
here.
be given immortality.
Set.
But before she could give the location of the tomb, her transmission was interrupted.
Quick, Tim, this way!
She was never seen or heard from again.
John and Tim find themselves trapped by the Markevs. The CMG timer has been set.
If it isn't the
Only
notorious
precious moments
Wilhelmina
remain
Hammerstein.
before a deadly explosion.
Hey, all right, John. Buddy, thank God. Where's more? Back at Delta One. We've only got 2 minutes. Hurry! Get on board, Mora.
How do you want us to proceed?
Dr. Cassidy and Amatep.
Okay, everyone. We're not out of this yet. Buddy, fire module 1.
Right, Skip. Knows my location.
I'll take the rocket guns and hold them off.
Don't try any of your methods. Decompression is a singularly horrible way to die.
What are you going to do, fool?
Elementary, my dear Drone. I'm going to beat Moriarty at his own game.
Clearing the planetoid.
Amatep, come with me. I want to have a word with you.
Detonation 15 seconds.
Telemetry 4+4. Stand by to hit faster than light speed. Check. FTL
2
primary
hours
ignition.
later,
10 seconds to
Amatep
detonation.
leaves Boone's quarters
FTL main
and
power.
returns to Starlab control.
Now.
From there, he and Mora descend to Launch Bay 15, board the Deep Space Laboratory ship Octavia, and blast off for the Limehouse Express.
2, 1. Here they go.
9 hours later, the Octavia enters Martian space and moves into a side-by-side position with Moriarty's huge flying wings.
As they and their planetoid sink slowly into the west. And
As the
these
two ships float in the airless void between Deimos and Phobos, together in a small group of people with tremendous Octavia to the personnel have saved Earth from the threat of eternal darkness. The Markab sun motors have been destroyed soon enough to allow the sun's own energy to regain its mighty power. The two ships open the heroism of Delta One's mission has relieved a galaxy from the peril of alien worlds.
You're funny. Don't concern yourself, Amatep. The wound is superficial.
Go into the ship and rest.
You're very pleased with yourself, aren't you, Professor?
And why shouldn't I be? I not only have the neck.
Alien Worlds was created, produced, and directed by Lee Hansen.
You're no match
Associate
for Mr.
producer
King.
Jeff Allen.
Your
Our
cruelty
engineer was
defeated
Stu
and mocked your
Jacobs.
intelligence.
Production
You're an
coordinator
ugly little
Aaron
man,
O'Neill.
Professor. Ugly
Produced and
and
distributed
arrogant
by Watermark
and stupid.
Incorporated. Executive producer Tom Round.
Hey, it's time, Professor.
All right. Tell your men to return to their stations.
May I hold the necklace one last time?
Of course, Amatep. I'm as sentimental as the next man, in spite of my overweening ugliness.
Would you like to hold it, Mora?
Yes. Yes, thank you.
Professor?
Yes?
Amatep.
Into the ship, Mora. I'll bring
Within
the
the
professor.
far reaches of deep space, there remain unknown planets, journeys into galaxies yet uncharted. Stellar exploration is the newfound adventure. High above Earth's windy skies, 1,000 miles in space, a large wheeling disk lazily drifts in
Watching
orbit.
you walk into just
A
so
space
quickly
station
started to be
whose
a
official
pleasure.
designation is the Arthur C. Clarke Astronomical Observatory. To those living and working aboard, it is simply called Starlab.
Managed to become a master
Their
of
lives
Oriental
and
martial arts.
adventures become our story on the threshold of alien worlds.
Hold my nose.
Mr. Bloom!
You wasted a attempt.
Why didn't you tell me?
If you had known it was me disguised as Amatep, you might have behaved before Moriarty's ship.
Coordinates bearing 8179er, roger. Mission Control, you're cleared.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bloom.
Stand by, Mission Control.
right.
We have a
I'm sure I'll
red
be
code
as good as
report
new
from
when
Level
they
C
remove
radio
the
telescope.
damages.
Roger, Starlab
What did
Control, go
Amatep
ahead.
say when you told him what you
Starlab
intended to do?
Control, this is the
He
Spectral
smiled
Analysis
his most
Officer, Level C.
seraphic smile
A radio
and gave
telescope
me his blessing.
interferometry has detected
He's quite an
unusual sunspot
extraordinary
activity
man,
at a bearing of
While we were
40
talking,
niner.
I
Thanks,
asked
Bill.
him why
Keep
the
us
Egyptian
posted.
civilization
What's going on,
was brought
Jerry?
to Earth in
I'm
the
not
first
sure,
place.
Tim, but we're gonna
And he
find
said,
out.
To create
Starlab
a
Control,
sense
this
of
is Telescope
wonder,
4,
Mr.
Level
Fool.
D. We're
A
tracking with Level
sense of
C.
wonder
Yeah, Ken.
so compelling
Solar graphs show
as to
high
cause
density
those
activity.
generations
All right,
still
Level D.
unborn
Print through the data on the
to look
ICM
at
recorder,
history
please.
with new
Right, Control.
and see the universe with new eyes. Eyes that will one day look back at ancient Egypt and understand.
Look at this. What?
And on that day,
that's more solar activity in the last 2 minutes than we've seen in 2 years.
I'd better call Dr. Cassidy.
Meanwhile, on Earth, the effect of the sun's strange activity begins. Kansas City, Missouri, 8:05 p.m.
Necklace was written by Ron Thompson and starred Linda Gary, Chuck Olson, Bruce Philip Miller, and Corey Burley. Special guest stars Philip Clark, John Abbott, Lester Fletcher, Carol Bilger, and Joe Baker.
You'll love the food here.
Associate producer Ron Thompson. Music director
been a
Tom
favorite spot of mine
Rollins.
for years.
Engineer Stu Jacobs.
I've known the owner a long time.
Assistant to the producer Jim Cook. Technical consultant Peter Scott.
That's strange. Probably
Alien
just a heavy
Worlds
truck going
was
by on the street
created,
outside.
produced, and directed by Lee Hansen and distributed by Watermark Incorporated. The Adventure of the Egyptian Necklace is dedicated to the memories of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, creator of England's most famous consulting detective. And so, until next week,
and
this is Roger
temperature shifts
Dressler
around the
inviting you to
globe,
join us
slowly
for our next
intensify.
adventure.
A
Time
solar
Crash.
mystery
From the
unfolds.
elsewhere and elsewhere.
And back on Starlab, the
Alien
disorder becomes
worlds.
even more apparent. 21:30 hours.
Starlab Control, this is Scope 4, Level D. We've just tracked a third major flare-out on the sun's
Peter
front
Paul
side.
and Cadbury
Level D,
chocolate bars.
begin all radio
Hope
telescope
you've
recorders.
enjoyed
Feed us an audio
Alien
scan.
Worlds.
Plug in the Mycroft computers.
Roger.